morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I hope that everyone is doing great today. Let me get my cameras all set up here. A couple minutes early, so that's a good thing. Let's see how quickly I can do it today. Never know which one to go to. There we go. Haha, I found it quickly. Nice. Is anyone here yet? Doesn't look like it. It says one watching, but that could just be me. I don't know. All right. So we are going to continue with our apples today. Let me get my drawing up here. And put them up in the corner like we usually do. I hope the feed is coming in nicely. I think it looks pretty good. And here's where we are right now. So I started working on the drapery yesterday afternoon, so I'm going to continue that. I did like this top corner here, so I'm going to work on this corner here. Just get my internal recording going. All right, there we go. So what are we going to start with? Start with something dark. I probably need to sharpen some of these pencils. I'll just do that over on the side if I need to. I think I'll be all right. So I'm going to start with a 7B right now. And I'm just going to look over on this side here for the darkest little areas. All right, let's just get going here. So I think this is much darker in here. Good morning or good afternoon to you. This is a pain. This was a pain. Not the pain, this was a pain. I'm curious, what was the pain about? It's possible this drawing could be finished this afternoon. We'll see how it goes. I should probably have my paper here so I don't smudge everything. I was watching a reel on Instagram yesterday, and it was a time lapse of someone drawing and they were drawing a woman, and it was a very nice drawing, but 3B, it was also perfect. There was no erasing, they drew the outline of the figure perfectly. And there were zero mistakes. And I'm like, something's wrong. Something's wrong with this. No one can draw that perfectly. And so they didn't respond, but I called them out on it. I said, either you're a genius or you're completely fake. They didn't respond, so I'm going to assume that they're completely fake. It's too bad. It's too bad people have to lie and cheat to look good. Let's come over here a little bit more, I feel like. I think that could get darker too. Let's go to 5B. And it's also interesting to me that people who draw and they don't turn their paper at all, and again they're drawing like perfectly. I've got to turn my paper sometimes. I have to. Because to get the cross hatching, and I've seen other people who the process the process was a pain. I've seen other people who instead of turning the paper around, you'll see their hand going all the way around the picture. So like they go around instead of turning the paper because they want the paper faced up the entire shoot. That's got to something fake about that too. I don't know what, but people will do anything to get ahead. See, I had to turn my paper. I'm not going to turn myself. That's more work. I'm trying to make this easy for me. And there's nothing easy about it, and that's the thing, is that this one's sharpened. It's 3B. There's nothing easy about making art, making good art, you know. And I feel like they're trying to make it look like it's so easy. Like, I don't want to make it look easy. I want to make it look like I spent hours and hours on something. Like I actually had to think about it. I actually had to do something about it. So, let's see, let's go down to HB. Don't forget to share your work with me. I want to see what you're working on. See how your skills are improving as we hang out. This comes down like here, maybe. Yeah. 3B. This is one. Yep. So I've got all my odd numbered pencils sharpened right now. So the next time I sharpen pencils, I'll do all the even ones, and I'll go back and forth, because you don't need all the pencils. I've got a lot of pencils here. I don't need them all. You know, I can draw with a 5B and make it look like a 4B or a 6B, you know. It's 3B, okay. Squinting my eyes a lot. To 7B, I guess. This goes way over to here too. Change. Oh, did I? Am I good? Change the cam. You just want me to change it to just to change it? Was I stuck on a cam for a little bit? I'm not sure. Sorry. I'm getting yelled at here. I'm just teasing you. Don't worry about it. Thank you for keeping me in check. I need a little bit of that sometimes. It's funny, drawing in the morning, drawing in the afternoon. This is my first morning in a few days. I think I slept pretty good last night, but you know, I think you also feel differently in the morning than you do in the afternoon. In fact, my head is still a little bit fuzzy. I feel like I could work without talking much. If I see we've got some people online. If you're here to hang out and watch for a little bit, thanks for joining. I appreciate you coming out to see what I've got going on. I'm just drawing apples for a few days here. That's a little bit dark. Let me switch back to a 3B. 3B. Switch it back. I was watching another reel yesterday. Someone was working on a drawing, and you know, they had their hand on the drawing, and they turned their hand over, and you could see the underside of their hand was all black from the pencil marks. And well, if you watched my channel, oh, that's going to be my art tip of the day. I'm going to make a new art tip of the day. And I'm going to send it to that person because I think I'm following them. I'll have to, yeah, I know exactly who it is. I had to think for a second, but I know exactly who that is. So my art tip of the day is going to be use a piece of paper under your hand. It does two things, right? It prevents smudging of your artwork, and it also prevents your hand from getting all black and dirty. You're right. You're more artistic in the morning. Yeah, I don't know which way I go in terms of being better in the morning or in the afternoon. I think in the morning I think I'm more thoughtful. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I think my brain is turned off in the morning. And because my brain is turned off, I just get stuff done, if that makes sense. I don't think too hard about stuff. I just get stuff done. So it can be a positive thing for me. I gotta turn my page again. And I know I'm like covering up the artwork as I'm drawing here, but I think it's a good practice to do, you know, have something in your hand here. I gotta go up to 5B, I think. So you'll see me going back and forth. I see we've got another person on. Welcome. If you've come to watch me draw for a little bit, I appreciate you. And I'm happy to have your company. Feel free to chat. Feel free to ask questions. I try to look down at the chat every couple of seconds. Well, not every couple of seconds, probably every minute or two. Just to see if there's comments. I had a young artist from India join me yesterday, which was fun. I don't get a lot of commenters besides my #1 fan. You know what? It's funny. I was going to do something. I don't know if I have it sitting around. I don't know. I'll do it another day. I was going to make a fun thing pertaining to Glue Woman. Since this was a pain, we've been kind of hanging out for a little while now. A little inside joke. I'll do that another day though. Focus on what I'm doing. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Because this might be done today. I suppose, I always wonder what people are doing when they're watching. Like, are they following along? Are they, this was a pain. I know you're probably following along, working on your own drawing. But I suppose someone could just be at work, have their headphones on, have this kind of on in the background, and they're doing their regular stuff, and they've got me kind of hanging out with them. That'd be kind of fun. Alright, so this has got to get, let me go up to 7B here again. So my pencil's dark, light, so if you see me grabbing pencils, you know why, if you're new here. Try to explain things as I go. Yes, Hugh. This was a pain. Gotta make sure I'm getting things dark enough. Sometimes I feel like I'm not scared. I feel like I hold off on getting the full potential of the pencil on the paper. I don't want, like I said, I've always said, you know, really with graphite pencils, you really don't want to go too hard because you'll put marks in the paper. At the same time, am I pressing hard enough to get the full contrast of the pencil? I don't know. Let's see where we're at. Alright, looking good. Let's get down here. Hopefully, can you see this? Let's pull up the full thing here. I know you can't see all the folds in there. I'm going to start getting around the apples a little bit more, but it's not looking too bad. All right. I really enjoy drawing drapery. This one is actually, you see a little mistake here. I'm going to get my gummy eraser. Gummy erasers are the best invention on earth. In my opinion. Probably not, but just want to lighten this up a little bit here. Because the back, it's darker on this side here. So I always have a dark side and a light side to everything. So remember, you're trying to hide your line work. You know, I drew lines at the very beginning to give me reference, and then I shade up to those lines to hide the lines. If you're looking at your work and you're seeing a lot of lines, let me get a second pencil here. I'm going to get a 3B. If you're seeing a lot of lines in your artwork, it probably means you're not shading enough. You're not bringing the shadow all the way up to the line. Oh, I know. I'll still call you Glue Woman. I can't. It's more natural actually to call you Glue Woman than it is to call you This Was a Pain. As fun as it is, Glue Woman sounds like a person, you know. I'm going to put my 3B back and grab a 5B. So I'm going back and forth between 5B and 7B. Try not to make marks as I switch my pencils around. But drapery is fun because it's, as long as you're paying attention to the shading, which is all that drapery is. It's just a bunch of shading. It comes across as looking really cool. You could just get a big coat or cloth or tablecloth or something, or and drape it over a chair, and you've got a beautiful work of art potentially, if you get all the detail in there, you know. Let's see here. Got my eraser again. Some sketch marks here that I need to remove. That's better. Uh-oh. Our cam's frozen. Hold on. Hold on. Frozen. Let's I figured out how to deal with this. So remove it and then add it again. I don't know how or why it does that. It's like it needs to refresh or something. So or it needs to, I don't know. All right, let's see how that works. My apologies. Okay, connect. At least I know how to do it now. Let's see how that works. Oops, cancel, disconnect. Our cam is recording. Cancel. Continue, connect. This camera will interrupt record. Okay, that's fine. Connecting. I'll just record it, hit record again. Done. There's my art cam. Let me just make sure I'm recording. Art cam. All right, I am figuring things out. All right, back in business. Back in business. All right, this, I want to be darker here. It's 5? Yeah, it's 5. No, it's probably dark enough. And again, I know this is out of your view of what's on the screen. Your job is to draw your setup, not mine. Or, you know, you can take a screenshot, but it's to, your job is to not worry about what my setup looks like. That looks okay there. Let me get rid of some of these marks again. Extra marks. Let's go down to 3B. Oh, that's 7B. What's this? 5B. I'm gonna go down to 3B here. I think I like drawing in the morning because it makes me feel like I have accomplished something early on. To run, and now my knees are getting bad, so I don't run anymore. But I could never run in the afternoon. I always ran in the morning. Kind of like getting it over with, you know. But art doesn't feel like I'm getting it over with. Like I'm happy to be doing this right now. So for the most part, feeling a little tired, but not bad. I'm gonna go down to an HB. Oh, I lost another cam. What is going on with these guys? All right, let me set this one back up. I lost my pencil cam. Oh, hold on. So I lost my pencil cam, which is also my microphone. So I've got to reset that up. Oh, there it is. It's back. Let me get it back on. There we go. All right, music is playing. That was weird. I went over to my music. It's weird. Pencil cam's working. All right, 7B can go away. What is this? This is HB. That's what I wanted. So I guess my cameras are a little clunky. They've got I really love them, but I've also got to pay attention to them. And it's hard to do when I'm drawing and they keep losing signal. And I don't know if they're losing signal because of an internet problem, but I don't think it's an internet problem. I think it's a application issue. So I might have to write to the people and say, listen, my cameras keep dropping, why? That looks pretty good in there. I like that. All right. Let's move down to this guy right here. Let's see. Let me give you a close up. So we're going to do that area right above that apple on the right. Talking over here. And I probably need to go a little darker for a moment. So let's go back up to 5. 5B. this is pretty dark here. Get my head out of the shot. Sometimes I get my head in there and it blurs the camera because it's focusing on my head instead of the drawing. I was thinking about what time is it anyways? I was thinking about my next week's painting that I'm going to start. I've got to go to the art store and get some canvas. Because this is going to be something that's a little nicer, I hope. Yeah, I'll take a break from the apples. This was a good project too. But I don't want to just draw apples and people get bored with my content, because there's other things in life besides apples, right? So trying to give a good amount of variety between all the different things that I draw and paint. Part of me wants to do life painting, like drawing and painting people, but really, in my opinion, that is something you do with real people. You don't. While I've drawn and painted people from photographs, if somebody commissions me to do a painting or a drawing, I've done that. That's fine. That's what they have. I'm gonna go down to HB. In one case, it was a drawing of someone who had passed away, so hard to get them to model for you, right? But to learn life drawing, life painting, you really should be working with real people. And I just don't have the room. I don't have the models for that kind of thing. So I'm going to stick to still life mostly. Maybe I'll do some stuff from photographs. Yeah, I definitely will. I'll do some stuff from photographs. I don't want to say landscape, because it's probably not landscape. I tend to shy away from landscape because I'm too detailed for landscape. I get too as a saying in the United States, I get too into the weeds. Meaning I will get lost in the details and kind of forget what I'm doing. Maybe I'll share with you a painting that I've been working on for a while. I don't know where I put it. Oh, I see it over there. So I've been working on a painting for a little while, and it's a bit. This was a pain. It's a lot. I didn't think about it before I started it because it was just a really interesting photograph that I took, and I really want to finish it and be happy with it, but it is a really difficult painting. So before I do things, I'm trying to not just think about what's going to be interesting for you, but also think about what is doable for me. Let me go back up to what is this one? 3B. Some people popping in and popping out. Welcome if you're just joining me. I really appreciate people coming into my channel and saying hi. If you just come to watch for a few minutes, that's fine. That was another comment that I made to someone online, because they were artists online tend to get really sad about their followers, and you know, I try not to get. Of course, I want followers. Of course, I want people who are interested in what I'm doing and want to watch and things like that. But my goal is to create good art, you know, and to share it, and hopefully share some knowledge with you that you can use. But I made a comment to someone that people who come in to my channel, I'm very grateful for them to do so. And it's kind of like if I was drawing or painting on the sidewalk, and someone on their way to work or on their way home from work stops to watch me for a few minutes and then continues on their way. I'm glad you stopped to watch me for a few minutes, even if it was just for a few minutes. I'm gonna go 3B, I think. No, that's 2B. That's fine. 2B or not 2B? That is the question. So I don't often sit and watch other artists online either. So the fact that I've got one loyal follower, thank you very much, is awesome. So I think there's lots of artists who don't have anyone. That's kind of sad, right? To be. I'm gonna go down to a something harder. I'm gonna go down to a, what's this, 3H, because I want this to blend a little bit more here. Alright, I think I'm happy with that for the most part. It's a little sketchy here and there, but that's okay. This doesn't need to be. At some point I have to decide how detailed I'm going to get. And move that back there. I'm going to go for a 5B. Gotta get in here. This needs to come down further, I think. This comes down like that. This goes out like that. One thing about sitting here is I get tired of sitting. Ugh. That's the only thing about this is, like, I could sit here and draw for hours, I think. I think I could. But I get so tired of sitting. I gotta get up and move around. Once I get up and move around, I don't want to sit back down again. Go back to HB, I think. Alrighty. And a little tone on the other side with, what is this here? 5H. Over here. here. There's a little tone here. Alright, now we need to do over here. That looks really good, I think. And you know what's funny? I really like looking at this on the screen over to my right. It actually looks better on the screen than it does in real life. It's kind of interesting. Oh, I didn't even know you left. That's how quick you were. Nice to see you back. It's funny that you want to tell me that you're going. Let's see. All right, let's work on this area over here and see if we can finish this up. I'm getting a little anxious here because I'm gonna go with 5B. I know I'm close. It's kind of like there was a saying for runners that the last mile of a marathon is the hardest. You know, the last few minutes of a race, the last bit of a race is the hardest. And not that I'm in a race right now. I'm certainly not in a rush to finish this, but I feel that I'm getting close to finishing at least the drapery, right? And so I'm excited. My brain is a little bit fried from doing it. I think that's something that people don't realize, is that, at least for me, I don't know if other artists feel the same way. Drawing and painting artwork in general can be exhausting. This is HB. It can be absolutely exhausting, and I get kind of tired after I've spent a lot of time on a work of art, and it's almost like I've been running, you know, in a way. And so I'm at a point where I'm feeling that fatigue, and it's getting more difficult to focus. Back to my 5B here. Let's see, where was I? This is a little bit weird here. Grab my 7B for just a second. This is pretty dark in here. Oh, I gotta turn this. keep my hand on that pencil there. We have to go in a minute. But that's okay, because I will be back again this afternoon. And I hope you can join me again. As always, let's see here. I'm going to grab an HB also real quick. HB over here. And 5B here. Actually, I might go 7B here. 7B. See, when Shakespeare said to be or not to be, he was talking about pencils. And it had nothing to do with life. That's a bad joke. That's a dad joke right there. That is definitely a dad joke. That's a artist dad joke right there. Which is even worse. Five B again. Alright, I'll put that back. Let me get an HB real quick. 7B down too. I am almost done. Can I do it? This fold down here. Oh. All right. I'm gonna have to. I'll do this little fold later. That is looking pretty good. Put this back. Let's take a peek at this for a second. I think I like it. I'm pretty happy with it so far. That drapery is coming out nice. I hope you are liking your results on your end too. But I think that looks pretty good. Those folds feel like they have weight to them. That's part of that. You know, there's decent contrast. You can see where there's deeper folds and thinner folds and subtle folds. I think that's looking pretty good. All right. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what I've been working on. So, and I put it down a while ago. Oops, it's okay. I put it down a while ago because I'm just having a hard time with it, and I'll show you why. So I've got a painting over here, give me 1 second, that I've been working on. And this is from a photo that I took. So this is let me get a little closer so you can see it. This is a painting of a, make sure I'm in the shot. This is a painting of a train platform in Boston. And there's windows back here. I took this during COVID. And I'll show you the actual picture sitting right back here. I can flip it over. This is the actual picture, and then underneath it I've got the painting here that I'm working on. And right now I'm working on the gravel down here in between the train, and it is a nightmare. So it's coming out nicely, but there are so many details in this that I'm dreading a little bit. I'm a little scared of. So anyways, I thought I'd share that real quick with you. Thank you. Appreciate you. I'm happy you like that. So if I'm working on something, I will always share it with you. And actually from here on out, anything that I paint, I'm gonna be trying to do it live, and so you can join me, and you can participate, you can do your own thing, whatever, or you can just kind of watch and see where I'm at. As always, thank you so much for joining me. I'm actually really enjoying doing this drawing. It's a lot of fun, and it's coming out pretty good. So I hope yours is coming out good too. Remember, you got to share with me, okay? So you can share with me on Instagram at art.class23, or you can share it through the community here, and I hope that I will see your work soon. Until then, I'll see you this afternoon again, I hope, and happy drawing. Thank you. Bye.